your first affiliation or your first work in not-for-profits beside the page program? As you got into high school, what stirred your passion? Because you're obviously a very passionate, when you've got an interest, or you just by the way you're talking, I think that we can all tell that there's a passion about the stuff that you have. When did you feel that for the first time, when it came to kind of choosing a nonprofit that you work with?
You know what? It was all throughout high school. I would say I was very fortunate with the culture of my high school, that people wanted to get involved in stuff. And there were obviously certain challenges, and not everybody was able to participate in everything. But for the most part, there was a drive there. And so I think that I knew that I wanted to, get involved in a bunch of different things. And I started the Model UN club at school. I always wanted to be working on something and be able to get my peers into being inspired in whatever it would be at the time. And that definitely changed every year. But I would say, probably by grade 11 and 12, there were a number of social things that were going on that really attracted my attention. And obviously, based on my experience with politics and that sort of thing, I really started to take the advocacy route. So I can't remember if it was in grade 11 or 12. Honestly, the last part of high school is a blur because of COVID, but
Right.
one of those years, it was when Doug Ford was making all the cuts to the curriculum. And so I led protests at school, and spoke with a megaphone in front of the signs and everything. And that was just super, super exciting for me. And outside of school, I was a climate activist for Fridays for Future. So I was organizing all of those climate strikes downtown. Specifically for the Toronto branch. And so that was when I really got into the on the grounds grassroots advocacy efforts, rather than the more political office-based stuff.